Hi everyone, am I audible to everyone? Okay, thank you. All right, so let's start with today's session. In the previous session, we tried our hands on this library IP widgets, and if the people who were not present in that session, I would recommend please watch the recording if you want to learn about this library. I also gave a case study regarding it. If you want to solve the case study, I'll provide you the problem statement. Just ping me a message. All right. Okay, so today we are going to learn about web scraping, and which is a very important concept from the aspect of Python. Now, what web scraping as a whole you guys can consider, it is basically the content that you see on a website or across internet, and whatever part of that content you feel like it is important for you and you want to scrape it or extract it, that can be done with help of web scraping. Now there are various libraries of that can be used to scrape the content. We have Scrapey, then we have Beautiful Soup. Today, particularly, we will be exploring Beautiful Soup, that how you guys can use it to scrape content from any website. So I am pasting a link for a website जहाँ से we will be scraping the content. Please access that link if you want. Now, this is the website that I'm talking about. So this website, it has been created for the purpose of scraping only, and it contains some jobs. Okay. So you guys can find name of the job title. You guys can find the location, the date for posting, and if you want to apply, so this is the link to apply for this website. Okay. Also, there is information about who posted, maybe the company and all. So what we are going to do, we will learn how to extract or how to scrape different job titles that are available on this website. Can you please give me a thumbs up if you are able to access the link that I provided? Yeah, is it accessible to everyone? Guys, can you please give me a thumbs up if the link is accessible? Okay. All right. So now, firstly, we will be starting by importing and installing the necessary libraries. So first, we will install BS4. So BS4 is basically Beautiful Soup and fourth version. So you guys are going to install it if it is not already pre-installed. Okay. Then Beautiful Soup is the library that will allow you to interact with the HTML content of any web page. Okay. But there are two things which are associated with web scraping. So firstly, you need to handle request. You have to request the server to fetch the web content of a page. So you need to handle request. And then once the web content of that page is returned, you need to parse that web content. You need to process it, and then only you guys can extract something out of it. So to handle request, Beautiful Soup, it is not capable of handling any kind of request. It won't be able to send any request to your server in order to fetch the content. So for that, we have the library that is requests, and we will be installing that as well. Pip install requests. All right. So for me, requests is also installed, and Beautiful Soup is also installed. Now this library, it will help me to give a request to the server and fetch the web content. And this is going to help me to manipulate that content. Okay. So let's see what is the content that I'm talking about. If I take you guys back to the website. So you guys might already be aware about it. If you right click on the website, any element of the website, and if you go to inspect, you will be able to open the developers console. This will show you all the HTML code that is basically available for us guys to see. Okay, many websites are dynamic websites, and basically not all the HTML code is visible on those websites, but this one is static, it won't be changing. So the HTML code, it is available for us. Now, one thing that you can clearly observe here is that if I hover on the elements of this website, I get to know key which part of this website, which particular element is stored at what location, at in which div tag, in which heading, in which div tag of what ID, everything is available to me. So here you guys can see that we have the div tag, we have if like I expand to it, I am able to observe all the elements of this web page. Here I can see the first title of the first job, that is senior Python developer. I also see the company who posted about it. And if I like expand further, I'll be able to see the location of this company as well. Okay. So this is the information that I intend to extract. I want to make a data frame of all the jobs that are available on this website, including the title, including the company's location. All right, and I want to save that data frame to us into a CSV file. Okay. So firstly, in order to start, we are going to generate a request to the server to fetch the content of the website. All right. Please give me a thumbs up if inspecting part is clear to you all. There is no doubt with regard to inspecting. All right. Let's import the libraries now. So import beautiful uh, requests and import BS4. Sorry, it is beautiful soup from BS4. Okay. So the libraries are imported. Now we need to get the URL of the website that we have to scrape. So I'm copying the URL. You guys can also do the same. Once the URL is copied, you can either store it inside a variable or you can directly use it. Okay. So this is the URL for the website. Now in order to fetch the content, we use the requests library, and the function that we have at our hand is get. This function will take your URL, and in turn it is going to return two things. Okay, so anytime you use this function, you'll get two things. You'll get uh, a status code, and you will also get the content of the page. So content of the page, you very well know that this is the HTML part, and however that is not visible to me right now. I only see a status code which says response 200. So this status code, it tells me whether I'm allowed to scrape content, whether it is okay for me to scrape the content of this website, or any kind of error has occurred, or maybe the content is not visible to me. So few of the status codes you guys can study about. 404 is there, then we have 500, then I guess there is 202 or 204. And 200 is the status code which tells you that okay, everything is good to go. You guys can now scrape the content of the website. Now, let's see how to actually make that content visible. अभी तो मेरे को सिर्फ status code ही दिख रहा है. So what you guys can do, you can use the content attribute and your content would be visible to you. This is the whole HTML content that I was able to see earlier when I inspected the website. Okay. So the first attribute that you guys can use in order to get the content, it is dot content. And if you want to display the status code explicitly, use the status code attribute and you will get the status code as well. Give a thumbs up if this part is clear to everyone. All right. So once the status code has been achieved and also we have the content of the page, now we need to actually make this content into a form so that we can scrape the necessary elements out of it. The request library, it is not capable of doing it, and Beautiful Soup, it is not capable of fetching the request. So right now that we have the content, we are going to parse the content. Okay. So parsing means converting the content into a form that can be extracted later. Okay, this means the elements can be extracted. So we use the function of Beautiful Soup and we pass our content here. Okay. Now, along with passing the content, you also pass information about a parser. Okay. So basically, there are various kinds of parser that allows you to generate a parse tree of your content. Okay, which can be used to extract the elements out of the web content that you have. Mostly, this parser, it doesn't play a major role. If you have complete HTML content, then you can use any kind of parser. But if you have a malformed HTML content, malformed means ki some of the elements might be missing, the code might not be complete. So such kind of HTML content, it is going to generate some kind of error if you are not careful with the kind of parser that you use. If the HTML is okay, then there is no issues. You can use any parser of your choice. Most commonly used parser is HTML parser, and in order to play a safe game, you can use LXML parser as well. Okay, so this parser, it is recommended by uh, the documentation of Beautiful Soup that you guys can use this if you want to play a safe game. It works with malformed HTML as well. If you want more information about parser, I'll drop this link, and here you guys can have a look about the Beautiful Soup documentation, and you guys can scroll and you will also get some information about different kind of parsers that you can use. Okay, so here is the link. Please feel to access it later. All right, now what this soup function is going to do, it will create a soup object. So you can store it inside any variable. Soup here is not a keyword, it is a variable only. And right now you can see that this is the HTML content, and it is also, in a way, it is arranged. And now I can clearly see the hierarchy of different tags that are used in this content. Okay, so this is a Beautiful Soup object. Okay, I believe there won't be any doubt so far. Now, one more function that you guys can learn about, it is called the prettify function. Okay. So if I use this prettify function on my soup object, this soup object will be converted into a string. Okay, guys can see that it is now in inverted commas. So if you want to slice the content out of it, you can convert it into a soup.prettify object by applying the prettify function. All right, so this was one simple function. Now let's talk about the extracting part. So here, if I take you guys back to the website, okay, I am talking about extracting all the jobs that are available on this website. There are some 100 jobs, 100 or 120 jobs available on this website. And what I want to do, I want to extract all of them. ठीक है? तो मेरे को ये सारी की सारी चाहिए. Now, if I inspect here on individual job, here you can see that this is the content, this part. This is the div which is associated with one single uh, job display. Okay, so div that has a class card content, it contains information about one job opening. But I want all the job openings. So what I'm going to do, I'll see ki sari job openings are available in which div. So here you can see that we have a div card, then we have column, and here we have a div which has ID results container. Now this div with ID results container, it contains all the job openings. So this is the div that I'm talking about. एक बारी first you have to figure out कि आपका content कहाँ lie कर रहा है as a whole. अब या तो मैं एक एक करके एक एक जॉब को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकती थी, या फिर मैं क्या करूँ कि मैं पूरा वो div देख लूँ जिसमें सारी जॉब्स आ रही हैं, and then I can loop through the content of that div. Okay, so here I got to know that the div with ID results container is the div that I'm looking for, that is going to help me to scrape all the job openings. Give a thumbs up if you understand this part. Ki why why I want to scrape the div with ID results container. All right. So what we are going to do now, all the manipulation, all the extracting part will be done on this soup object only. So you guys use this soup object and we use a function find in order to find that div. So here I am explicitly writing key ID should be results container. Okay, and here let's write the div as well. So I want to find the div जिसकी ID क्या है? The ID is results container. ठीक है? So this is the HTML code that I got for this div. It contains all the job openings. अब यहाँ पे I want to lay emphasis on one fact. There are two functions that you can use to basically find or get a particular element of your HTML page, HTML content. So one function is find, like we have seen now, and the other function is find all. Now, when there is one occurrence available, okay, or out of multiple occurrences of one particular div, you want the first one, then you use the find function. और अगर एक div के आपको सारे occurrences चाहिए, then you use the find all function. ठीक है? अगर किसी चीज का सिर्फ एक ही occurrence present है and you are using the find all function, so this function might generate an error. ठीक है, सिर्फ मल्टीपल अकरेंसेस के साथ ही दिस विल वर्क फाइन. इफ यू लाइक अप्लाई इट with something जिसका एक ही occurrence है, it will generate error, it might generate error. Okay, let's try it with this one. So for find all, this particular code is working. Okay, but we will see where it can work, where it cannot work. Sometimes it results into error. All right, this part, it is clear to everyone. You guys can store it inside a variable. Let's call it result jobs. Okay, now what is another task? अब मेरे पास result jobs तो हैं, but इसमें से मेरे को क्या करना है कि मेरे को एक एक job के बारे में I need to extract the information, right? So I know कि this card content div, ये मैंने आपको पहले दिखाया था. We can have a look at it again. You guys can see that this div with class as card content. This is the div जिसमें एक single opening के बारे में information है. So now I have to extract this particular div only. So इसका एक बार नाम copy कर लेते हैं and let's get back. So what we have to do now, अब इस result jobs वाला जो data we have, now this particular data, it contains like several openings. So right now अब मेरे को find function use नहीं करना है, I have to use find all function क्योंकि मेरे को ऐसे सारे divs चाहिए. Okay, so I need all the divs जिनकी जो class है that is card content. Okay, so this time I must use find all function. Find मेरे को सिर्फ पहला वाला div दे देगा जिसका class is card content. Please make sure that the class parameter you use here, it is followed by underscore क्योंकि otherwise class is the keyword. तो इस चीज को आप जरूर याद रखना. So firstly we used the find function along with id. Now we are using the find all function along with class. ठीक है, class के help से कुछ element ढूंढ के निकाल रहे हैं. Let's run it. Now upon running it, you see that you get a list. Okay, so all the such div tags, they are now available to you in form of a list. इसको store कर लेते हैं एक variable में. The variable is jobs, and let's check the length of this particular list. So sure you guys can confirm that 100 job openings are available on this website क्योंकि मेरे को 100 div tags मिले जिनकी classes card content. Please give a thumbs up if this part is clear to everyone. इतना जो भी किया ये दो functions. Okay, is the pace fine? Do I need to slow down a little bit? या फिर मतलब the pace is fine. I can go along teaching with the same speed. Okay. All right. So now we have this list that is jobs. So jobs list में if I want to get my first div tag, I can index it out. Okay, that is quite easy for me. Itna we all know. Now here you guys can spot कि H2 heading में I have my job title. H3 heading में I have my company का नाम. And then here inside a P tag मेरे पास क्या है कि मेरे पास company की location है. Alright. So let's see how I can extract these individual elements ताकि I can store them in a data frame. So firstly I'll show you how to do it for one single div. इसलिए मैंने पहला div extract कर लिया. इस पे I am applying the find function क्योंकि एक ही H2, H3 so on available है मेरे पास. So let me find H2. इसकी class क्या है? So here you can see that the class is specified. Yeah, right here. So the class's title is -5. Either you guys can use the whole name or you can just use title here. I think it will work here. It has worked. Okay. So this has given me the heading which is associated with class title. अब यहाँ पे I need to extract this part only. मेरे को HTML से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. So what you guys can do? You guys can use an attribute that is called text. किसी भी एलिमेंट में अगर कोई भी टेक्सचुअल पार्ट आ रहा है then you guys can use to extract that textual part using this text attribute. Okay. Instead of this you guys can also use string, I think. Yeah, so both of these attributes can be used. Okay. So this has given me what? This has given me the job title. If I do same for H3, let me just display what was the class name and the other information. Okay. So H3, it is present in uh, class subtitle and okay, let me just copy it. So jobs at 0 dot find and we have to find what? We have to find H3. Okay. All right, so we can use this part. See, here I got header 3 and this is the name of my company. So मेरे को इसमें से text निकाल देना है and I get the company name. ठीक है, this is done. Uh, the job title is done. Similarly, we can extract the location also. ठीक है. Give a thumbs up if you understand how to extract these things from individual div tag. Okay. Now, if you want to do it for multiple div tags, we can like very well loop through all of these div tags. So uske liye we are going to create a list title. एक लिस्ट बना लेते हैं कंपनी के नाम की and दूसरी list about location. Let's call it job title. All of these lists are going to be empty for now. Okay. Now I'm going to run a loop for A in jobs. Okay, so jobs is the list. There is my loop variable here. So just like I did this here, I can do the same inside the loop now. So instead of jobs at 0, do the same for j dot find. Find करना है h2, class should be title, and you guys have to extract text. अब यहाँ पे हम दो चीज कर सकते हैं. Either you can extract the whole div and later you can extract the text from this particular tag. तो पहले हम देखेंगे कि पूरा div कैसे extract करना है. Simply remove it and what you guys can do, store it inside a variable. So let's call it job title और same ले लेते हैं for company. So this is for company, this is for location, this is in H3 This is in paragraph tag. The class for company is this, and the class for location is well location. Okay. And after that, you guys can append these specific things in the empty list. So append job title and company dot append company div and location dot append n. Let's run it. एक बार इनको देख लेते हैं. So this is the list that contains now all the headings for job title. And similarly, you guys can check for company and location as well. So this is company. All the companies are available to me now, and this is location. Okay. Now what I want you guys to do, अभी आपके पास ये code है. So I want you to extract the text part from this. Can you guys attempt it? मैंने तो पूरा का पूरा heading extract किया है. I want you to extract just the text part and store it inside a dictionary. Can you do it or should I tell? Please mention in the chat box if you want me to code. Can you guys attempt it right now? अभी जैसे I extracted for job titles, company and location. Right now I have list which contains the whole h tag, and for location you can see. Okay, Abhiraj is saying that no, you go ahead. Okay, ठीक है, I'll tell. तो मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, मैं बोल रही हूँ कि अब मेरे को टेक्सचुअल पार्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट करके इनमें से आप लोगों को देना है. सो ईदर यू कुड हैव डन इट राइट हियर. यहाँ पे अगर आप डॉट टेक्स्ट कर देते तो यू वुड हैव गॉटन द सेम थिंग. बट इफ इन केस आप इसी लूप में नहीं कर रहे हो, देन हाउ टू डू इट, हाउ टू क्रिएट अ डिक्शनरी और अ रेलेवेंट डेटा स्ट्रक्चर which can be easily converted into a data frame. So let's do this. I am creating a separate list by the name of job info. This may I'll be storing all of this information. You guys are well aware of the zip function, जो कि क्या करता है for different list that you have. It is going to zip all the elements together in sequential manner. Let me show you what I mean. And we have location. This is my zip object. And when I store it inside a list, this is what I get. तो अब मेरे पास क्या है? For the first occurrence, I have H2, H3 and the P tag. Okay, this part is done. Now what I can do, I can loop through all of these elements and I can extract the textual part. So let's run a loop for title, company and location in this zipped object. Okay. Now इसके बाद I need to append everything inside this particular list. So job underscore info dot append. One of the easiest way to create a data frame is to use a dictionary. But when we talk about appending elements inside the dictionary, you guys cannot use the append function. So what I am going to do, I'll use this list or list mein each and every record I will append in form of a dictionary. So let's create a key. This is the job title. And if I do t.text, it should give me the title of the job. Then company name. And if I do c.text, it should give me the text, the name of the company. And if I do location, and l.text should give me the location. Let's run it and let's check job info now. So job info is a list जिसमें we have dictionaries containing all the information. अब इसको एक डायरेक्ट डेटा फ्रेम में you guys can append. So I'm going to import pandas and uh, use the data frame function and simply pass your dictionary, sorry, the list. So we have job title, we have company name, and we have location. Give a thumbs up if you understand what I have done here. If you want me to repeat, please ask. So a simple extraction has been done, जिसमें we now have a data frame containing all the job title, the name of the company, the location. Location में there is one thing that you guys can observe कि मेरे पास escape sequences आ रहे हैं. So I can get rid of these sequences. इसके लिए भी या तो I could have used a strip function right here, ठीक है, या फिर what I can do, I can pre-process this column. So let me store it inside a data frame, info bf, and this is the location column that we have. इस पे let's run a for loop. So for I in job info, and whatever is the value of I am going to strip it. When we use the strip function, well, the escape sequences, I will be able to get rid of them. All right. So now the data frame, it is clean. Every information that I wanted to convey, that information is present here. All right. So I believe there won't be any doubt related to this list comprehension loop. And you guys now have an idea that how you can use basic scraping to convert, to get some data and convert it into a data frame. Is data frame ko you guys can now store into a CSV file by using a CSV function. File का नाम लिख दो इधर, job info.csv, and well, now you will have a CSV by this name. Okay. Let's take a 2-minute break. इसके बाद we will continue and we will explore more with this website only. All right, do I have everyone here? Please give a thumbs up if you all are present. Okay, so let's now talk about extracting a specific content. अभी जैसे if I take you back to the website, Here you will observe that not all jobs are related to, well, Python. कुछ फिटनेस सेंटर मैनेजर की है, we have legal executive job, then we have physiological scientist job. अब मान लेते हैं मेरे को एक कीवर्ड बेस्ड एक्सट्रैक्शन करना है, लाइक वी हैव कीवर्ड बेस्ड सर्चेस, और मेरे को सिर्फ वही जॉब्स में इंटरेस्टेड है दैट हैव द कीवर्ड पाइथन इन देम. सो लेट्स एक्सट्रैक्ट, लेट्स सी हाउ वी कैन basically scrape these specific jobs. तो एक चीज we all know, what was the variable that we were using earlier जिसमें सब कुछ स्टोर है. Yeah, it is result jobs. ठीक है, so result jobs, it contains all the jobs. Now we know कि सारी job titles, they are present in this h2 tag. So what if I find all the h2 tags, okay, and now I want to perform the search based upon a single basically a single text or a single string which is Python. तो जहाँ पे भी Python आ रहा है मेरे को वही extract करनी है. So you can use a parameter that is called string. Okay, pass your string and then run it. Now when you run this, okay, though the code is correct and there is no error with the code, still we get an empty list. And we also know कि jobs तो available है with keyword Python in them. So what is the reason that we are getting this particular empty list? So the major reason behind this is when you use the string parameter, okay, and when you like explicitly define a string, an exact match for this string is made. So if the cases are different or if there is a space before or after that string, the match won't happen, okay, and that is the reason ki we are getting an empty list here. So basically you can use explicitly define the values here as well, but if no exact match is found, then in that case you will get an empty list. Now how to resolve it? So what this string parameter can do, it can either take this value or it can also take another function. So I am going to modify this function, and instead of passing the exact value here, I'll write a lambda function. Okay? So whatever text is present, okay, I am going to convert it into lower. Okay? So text dot lower, and then I will check if Python is present in text dot lower. So जो भी text मिलेगा from h2, it is going to convert it into lowercase and perform a check whether Python this string is present in the lowercase text or not. Okay. Now if we run it, these are the jobs that we get. ठीक है, जिसमें a match is done for Python. So Python is present in the textual part. ठीक है. So these are all the Python jobs. And you can check the length of this list. And you get to know that there are 10 such Python jobs available for you. Now, if I want to construct a similar data frame for Python jobs, so what I can do, I can basically take my code from above and I can make the necessary changes, right? So instead of running it inside jobs, I can run it in Python jobs. This part can be same. We have title, we have like what do we have here, company, and we have location as well. Baki sari cheeze should be same. And like we didn't use before, so I can use the strip function here only ताकि बाद में ना करना पड़े. So dot text dot strip, and यहाँ पे भी dot text कर देते हैं so that we get the textual part only. Now when I run it, I get an attribute error saying that none type object has no attribute text. If I check the content. So what was, so this is Python jobs, right? And this is result jobs. Now what I have done here is मैंने extract किया job title और उसमें I have used this text attribute, and similarly I have done for company as well, and I have done for location as well. This should have worked, but इसने मेरे को error दे दिया. The main reason behind getting this error is that you guys can see here only the H2 part, the heading for title is available to me inside Python jobs. I have no information regarding company, regarding location. So this text attribute, it won't work as a whole. ठीक है, इसीलिए आई एम गेटिंग एरर. सो व्हाट आई नीड टू डू, अब एक्सट्रैक्ट तो मैंने H2 वाला पार्ट कर लिया, एंड आई हैव नो रिकॉर्ड अबाउट द div टैग. ठीक है, या तो फिर मेरे को इसमें से एक्सट्रैक्शन करना पड़ेगा, एंड देन अगेन द होल div वोंट बी अवेलेबल फॉर मी. ठीक है, so what I need to do now, I need to, like, if I show the website to you, so here is the website, let's inspect once. This is the div here. मुझे क्या चाहिए कि मेरे को इसके, like this is the heading, मेरे को इसके parent div में जाना है, because in that div the title of the company is also available to me. Okay, and if I go further at the top, so in this div the location is available to me. So in order to fetch all of this information, I need to, like, take some steps back, and I need to fetch these details, तभी मेरे पास ये आ पाएंगी, otherwise I have no record of them. Okay, क्योंकि filter होने के बाद what did I get? I only got the headers. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Can you please give me a thumbs up if you understand it? Should I repeat myself? एक सिंपल सी बात है कि मेरे को H3 भी चाहिए और मेरे को पैराग्राफ टैग भी चाहिए, जो मेरे को इस लिस्ट में अवेलेबल नहीं है, इसीलिए मैं उनको एक्सट्रैक्ट ही नहीं कर पा रही उनके टेक्सचुअल पार्ट को. सो आई नीड टू गो टू देयर पेरेंट एलिमेंट, कि जो div था, द मेन div, आई नीड टू एक्सेस दैट इन ऑर्डर टू गेट ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन. सो इसी कोड में वी नीड टू मेक सम मॉडिफिकेशन, जहां पे वी गॉट द result blocks for Python. Okay. So what will I do here? Instead of, like, these were the jobs that I got, and this is the find all functions function that we applied. I am going to make some changes to this list only. Okay. So here, let's run a loop. So for I in Python jobs, okay, what I want to do, this I, it is the H2 tag. ठीक है, तो इसको H2 ही बोल देते हैं अभी के लिए, so that it is easier for understanding. So this H2 tag, I need to visit its parent element. So how to do this? एक बारी मैं एक सिंगल उसके लिए करके दिखा देती हूँ आपको. So this is the first title that we get. If I use the attribute parent upon this title, तो मेरे को क्या मिलता है? I get the div tag. Now the subtitle company, it is available to me. मेरे को location भी चाहिए, which is present in the parent div of this div. तो दोबारा से parent attribute लगा दो, and now the location is also visible. Do the same in a loop, and then you will be able to fetch all of this information for all the Python job openings. So right here, the expression would be h2 dot parent dot parent. And do I need to extract anything else? Acha, location is still not visible. Yeah, now it is. Okay. So h2 dot parent three times, and it gives me the main div tag of this particular job. Enclose it inside brackets, and these are the Python jobs that you are looking for now. Let's check. Okay, तो अब Based upon my filtering, I have all the content, all the div tag, सारी की सारी information related to this Python jobs, which I was not able to get earlier. Please give a thumbs up if you understand what I did here. If anyone wants me to repeat, I have no issues, just mention. Okay. Now what we can do, we can simply take the code and we can run it for Python jobs. Just a moment, guys. All right, so now we can run this code and we can check for job title. So we only get job title for Python, and let's check for company as well. एक बार. Okay, so these are the companies. पहले it was not able to work because ये वाला जो part था like H3 and paragraph tag ये available ही नहीं थे. Okay, so now this code, the same code, it is working. So this attribute error कि मतलब this tag, it does not have this attribute text or this other attribute that you might use. Most of these errors, they occur because you are not searching or you are not extracting from the correct div. Okay, so please make a note of it. Now what I want to extract, I want to extract the link that I can use to apply at these jobs. So यहाँ पे you can see, इधर ही एक बारी देख लो. This is the text that you can see for applying, and this is the link that you guys can visit if you want to apply to this job. So if I want to extract uh, all the links, all the link for applications, तो उसको मैं कैसे करूँगी? पहले एक जॉब के लिए करके देखते हैं. So this is Python job and do find for zeroth job that is available to you. Find the A tag. So this is the A tag that is available for me. If I do find all, let's see कि all और A tags है या नहीं है. I can see कि there are two links basically. So this is for learning and this is for applying. ठीक है, तो हर एक में मेरे पास यही दो लिंक आएंगे. If I want to know more about this job or if I want to apply at this job, मेरे को सिर्फ application वाला चाहिए. So you guys can extract and this gives me the link for application. अब इसमें भी I get the whole A tag. I am not able to receive just the link. So link extract करने के लिए what you guys can do, you can slice the href parameter out of it. And this gives me what? This gives me the link that I can use to apply if I want to, apply for this job. Okay. So I think it would be easier if you guys can explore it on your own. कि सारे के सारे, like you have to collect all the links for Python openings. I believe that you guys are not coding along today, तो ऊपर से पूरा करने में it might take time. Later you guys can explore it. Is that okay? Please give a thumbs up. All right, so today we are going to end the session here and we'll meet tomorrow and we'll discuss more about web scraping. If there are any doubts, you guys can stay in the session, you guys can ask. Otherwise, you are free to leave.